If you ever owned a Nintendo 64 and are a fan of racing games, then you've probably heard of Diddy Kong Racing. Released on November 24th in 1997, the game centers around Diddy Kong and features characters from other Rare titles. Banjo from Banjo-Kazooie and Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day. The game was successful and connected with fans. In the year 2000, Rare began to work on a sequel to the game titled Donkey Kong Racing. The days of the Nintendo 64 were soon coming to an end, so this game was set to be released on the GameCube in 2002. The world inside the game was based in the jungle, and was planned to have unique features like fading sunlight throughout the race. An image from inside the game shows playable characters are Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, Taj the Genie, Dixie Kong, Lanky Kong, Kiddy Kong, and even Cranky Kong. This is a good character select, and I'm really surprised that Cranky Kong is in the selection. In Diddy Kong Racing, you are in carts, airplanes, and motorized floats. This time around, Rare wanted to go a different direction. So in Donkey Kong Racing, you would have been riding on the back of animals like rhinos, elephants, and swordfish. The animals have different abilities such as breaking through objects and making swift movements. If you get knocked off your animal, then you have to tap buttons making you run back to them and continue the race. Collecting fruit and other items will upgrade your animal, making them more powerful. An article talks about the layout of the game saying, quote, "It was up to you to decide where the track met amidst marauding rhinos, schools of darting piranha, swarms of agitated wasps, and other roaming wildlife bent on mischief." Another thing I find really cool is that Rare planned to make an original soundtrack for the game. The first appearance of Donkey Kong Racing was at E3 in 2001. The game looked promising and showed great potential, leaving fans wanting more, so an announcement was made that the game would be shown at Space World 2001. At this time, Rare wasn't being paid enough by Nintendo to fund projects they were working on, so production of Donkey Kong Racing came to a halt. Nintendo declined an offer to buy out Rare later that year. In my opinion, this led to the downfall of the company, but we'll get to that in a future video. The next year, Microsoft bought Rare. As a result, all current projects were cancelled, including Donkey Kong Racing. Surprisingly, when the Rare team were asked about the game's cancellation in 2004, they said it's not Donkey Kong Racing anymore, but the game that was being developed before cancellation would come out as a different title, with a few key elements switched around. This game would be called Saberman Stampede. Previously, Saberman made an appearance in Banjo-Tooie, and in 2004, you play as him in the Game Boy Advance game Saberwolf. Seeing how Saberman is a cool character and involved with Banjo, this game sounded like it could be interesting. It was set to be a 3D platformer adventure game, planned to be released on the Xbox. The development team kept adding minor details like different character colors and backgrounds of levels without focusing on the story for the game, so it really wasn't getting anywhere. This led to the game being cancelled in 2005. There's a decent amount of gameplay footage and concept art available of Saberman Stampede. Before researching for the video, I never knew much about the game, but it looks like it could have been really fun if it was done right. I enjoy playing Diddy Kong Racing, but I think Donkey Kong Racing would have been a much better game and maybe could have competed with Mario Kart. Now, we'll never know.